Starting Strength Radio number 19.
Damn.
The Olympic weightlifting episode. And this guy says, this is the one area where I feel Rip is completely out of his element. His opinions of weightlifting and other weightlifting coaches are quite out of date. Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
How many gold medals have we won in the last 20 years?
How many times have we placed above 20th in the worlds in the past 40 years?
Yeah.
I think a better question would be...
Even better question.
Better question would be, since Starting Strength Radio number 19 or whichever one that was, how much has USAW weightlifting coaches changed their training? Because if it's out of date, then they had to have radically changed the way that they train their athletes.
Right.
No, we're out of date. No, you misunderstood. We're out of date.
Yeah, that's it.
My opinion, my criticisms are out of date, is what they said. But here's a question. Now, here's a question. All right. Lasha Talikadze, clean jerk 267 in April of last year, right? April 22. That's the most weight that had been done in a competition since 1988, which was 34 years prior to that. So it took Olympic weightlifting
34 years to break a record.
34 years to put a kilo on a clean and jerk.
Yep.
But I'm out of date. Okay. Excellent. And that concludes this week's installment of comments from the haters.
I remember talking about this, but I don't remember if we actually looked it up. But are there any other records of that importance that have stuck around for 34 years?
I don't know what it would be. I mean,
what the hell else would it be?
Are any other Olympic sports? Well, they're not an Olympic sport. Since next year's the last year they're in the Olympics. But it's a very good question. I don't know how to find that out.
The 100 meters, that.
How often does 100 meters get broke every 3 or 4 years?
It can't have been 30 years.
Yeah, but no, it wasn't 30 years. Usain Bolt broke.
Yeah, for sure.
Has anybody broken his record?
Not even close.
But that was
what, 7 or 8, 10
years ago?
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Somebody will break it.
But even before Usain Bolt, there was still some records were still broken in a time period shorter than 30 years.
34 years.
34 years.
34 God. Fucking years. I don't know. Maybe there's another. Maybe there is another sport in the Olympics that's that badly coached, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Join us next time on Starting Strength Radio for our next and most important and very, very up-to-date paper Q&A, where we read your cables on the air, your tranche of cables that you have cabled to us to ask us questions. And we'll explain about the tranche of cables thing on the podcast. If that piques your interest, join us on the next Starting Strength Radio.